I think this is one of those cases where it's being so janked up, janked up the guff pipe, as Plonky would say, really helps the vibe and sells it. And I wonder if this game would be as successful if it were a more polished experience, because I suspect it wouldn't be. I think a major part of the comedy is that it's kind of a mess.
Well, the janky, it's like Phasmophobia, right? Where you need a balance between it being scary and it being funny, because Lethal Company it's an amusing experience because it's also kind of terrifying sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of the time you're alone in the dark and you can't hear anyone who, like, you'll be talking to people and you'll hear their voices get further away, and then you suddenly realize, like, oh shit, I don't know how to get back to the entrance and I can't hear anybody, and I'm calling out people's names and they could be dead, I don't even know. And then, you know, some monster starts chasing you and you're like, shit, I gotta get back to the ship, I'm gonna lose all my stuff. And it can be like, you know, a slightly terrifying experience.
Yeah.
And then it's counterbalanced with the goofy running animations and how clunky it is to, like, jump around and get over objects. And the monsters all look like, even though they're, like, some of them are somewhat spooky looking, they're also kind of cartoonish and silly at the same time. So, and Phasmophobia was the same. It takes itself a little more seriously, I'd say, than Lethal Company, but the animations in that are also super janky. Like, people, when they lean backwards, their spine just, like, goes completely horizontal and stuff, and it's like a silly game, but it's got these moments of, like, panic in them, which elevates the comedic elements, because you have that kind of moments of relief, I think, is, like, the important part of, like, this really scary thing happened, but then it turned into something really ridiculous, and those moments of relief are always, like, key elements, I think, for having so much fun in that game.